What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Jeffrey Kenny C. And I'm joined with a hip hop artist right here in Kentucky. Dude's doing big things. And just last weekend, he was an opening act for Justina Valentine. You know her from MTV's Wildin' Out. And I'm joined with the homie RyanXWattz. He's with me right now. What's good, man?
What's up, man? I appreciate you having me on here, man.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and appreciate chatting with you. And like I said in the introduction, I first heard of you at the Cosmic Charlie's here in Lexington. You was an opening act for Justina Valentine, and we'll get into that in a little bit later in the interview. But first things first, how did you get into being a hip hop artist?
Uh, I've been doing this for about 10 years. I started really seriously about 2 years ago is whenever I really started getting serious with it. But as far as the hip hop scene goes, I've been in it for about 10 years, just kind of just having fun with it. And 2 years ago, I had the opportunity with my buddy Drumma. We had booked a show here in Louisville, opening for Joyner Lucas, and that was the first time I'd ever stepped on stage. First time I've ever played live in front of anybody. It was wild. And since then, I've done probably 15 shows, opening for multiple national acts with my buddy Drumma as well. I don't know who that is. It's JRU MMA. He's super dope out of Louisville as well. I would highly suggest checking him out. But I have him to thank for kind of getting me to open up a little bit. I'm a little nervous when it comes to being on stage and stuff like that. He really got me to open up about it. Since then, I've done some stuff by myself. So it's been a fun journey so far. I'm excited to see where it goes.
I'm definitely familiar with Drama. I saw him as an opening act for Tech Nine last year, and
I was on the stage with him that show. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
That was me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What a small world we live in.
Right. Yeah. So he's been a big backbone for me, man. He's been my boy. I do engineering and stuff on the side as well, and he's always been one of my main artists that I take care of. Him and Joey Marini and Shacky and a bunch of these guys that are local from around here I take care of. So
yeah, shout out to the homie Shacky, man. Like
for sure.
He was with you last Sunday. Dude is nice.
So nice.
He's nice with it. Got message behind his music. I mean, dude's talented. And
he's very good.
Very, very good. So you talked about opening for other artists and, Drama being with you the whole way. And, with hip-hop, hip-hop can be very competitive at times. People want to strive to be the best or whatever. And yet, locals, we all want to see more locals getting opportunities and get themselves heard. So, see a guy like Drama and being a helping hand to you, and you being a helping hand to him, vice versa, that shows that everybody wants to succeed. If you work together, that good things can happen. So I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to hear all that.
Go ahead.
No, you good.
I was just going to say, I feel like that's the cool thing about the Louisville hip-hop scene is everybody supports everybody. Like, everybody supports everybody. And I think that's, like, a big thing, like you were saying, like, everybody wants to see everybody succeed. And that's why I'm so tight with so many guys here in Louisville. Not only do I help, like, as an engineer and, like, mix them, but, like, as an artist, like, we all strive to eat together,
Very, very true. So let's get into the Justina Valentine show. I first heard of the show a couple days prior, and then I seen the people that was going to be the opening acts, and then I was at the the event page it was, and I had a mutual friend that was going to be there, and it turned out to be you, and I guess it kind of goes back to drama. I heard of you through him, and I didn't even know you was going to be an opening act until I seen the poster. And I was like, okay, I'm about to meet this dude for the first time, and voila, and
Right.
Justina, she is incredible. She is cool.
Oh my gosh, I was blown away. I was blown away.
Yeah, what you see on TV with the wild styles and everything, that's the same person you're gonna get.
Yes.
She I've interviewed her back in 2016, and when I found out that she was gonna be in Lexington, I was freaking hype. I said, I don't even go to shows on Sundays. Like that's usually when people after the partying Friday and Saturday, and you trying to get ready to go to bed and get ready to work week. But I was like, you know what, I gotta go see Justina, and I'm glad I did. And she recognized me, so that was
Definitely.
that was pretty dope. What was the whole experience like for you, man, and Shaqy, among others, just to be in that show that night?
It's kind of wild how it happened. So Shaqy and I have become really close lately, and we actually played a show together up in Cincinnati a couple weeks ago. It was for a local artist from up towards that area. It was his album release party. He goes by the name of Mick Fox. Shaqy had invited me to come along with him to kind of just share the stage with him, and I was like, yeah, sure, man, definitely, I'd love to help out a friend. So we performed together, and the feedback was we performed extremely well together. And so he was down in town this past weekend and found out that Justina was going to be in town. I'm originally from Louisville. It's an hour drive for me to go to Lexington. He's from, 3 hours north. I think it's like Attica, Indiana. So for him to come down here and be able to play a show is pretty awesome. But he did the same thing. He contacted, her management to try to get on the show, and he pulled it off, and he asked me to be a part of it as well, and I was more than happy to do so. But I know for a fact this is not going to be the last you see of me and Shaqy. We've got some things in the works for just us. But being able to open for Justina with Shaqy was just absolutely incredible. Down to earth people, as far as her guitarist goes and Justina goes, and her management and the guys that opened up for them, everybody was super down to earth. I couldn't have asked for a better show.
I definitely love when someone like her or just any big name person gets local artists to open and get them the opportunity, the exposure. So
Definitely.
that was definitely one of the best nights for me in 2019 so far. And not only do I get to see local artists get the opportunity, but I get to see Justina, and she's cute, so I had to keep my composure.
Right.
I think
of course, every guy does, man.
Yeah. And Joey Marini, he was wilding like that.
I tell you, and Joey has become one of my best friends, man. He is by far one of the best performers I've ever seen. I try not to miss a show of his if I know that he's playing. I love watching him perform.
Yeah, Joey's that dude. Shout out to him.
Definitely.
So, what else you have in the works as far as upcoming shows or maybe an EP or album that you may be working on? What else does RyanXWattz have in the works right now?
I am actually very, very close to finishing. It would be my sophomore album. It would be my second full-length album. It's called The Phoenix Effect. It kind of addresses me overcoming all of the stuff that I was going through with my first debut album, which was called Bent and Broken. It's a very heartbroken style album, very, very sad, depressive type of album. And the second one is me kind of just becoming myself and finding myself as an artist. I'm a few songs away from being finished, and then the mastering aspect starts taking place, and I'm really excited for this next album to be done. I'm hoping for sometime in July for it to be finished. With that being said, I am planning on having a release party for it. There will be details coming up as they arise for it. As far as upcoming shows go, I actually have one tomorrow night here in Louisville. I'll be opening up for the homie Open Mike Eagle. Super dope artist. I'll be opening up for him tomorrow, and then May 16th, I will be opening up for Struggle Jennings. So that'll be a fun show as well. It'll be my second time opening for Struggle Jennings. And I've got a lot of things in the works. I kind of don't want to spoil all the secrets, but I'm working on some stuff out of state as well. I got some homies that I'm trying to get down in Kansas City with, go to the Midwest and try to open up for them too. So lots of big things happening right now. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to keep them under wraps.
That's awesome. Definitely keep an eye on that for sure. Phoenix Effect coming soon. New album for RyanXWattz. Keep an eye on it. It's gonna be fire. Him and Shaggy, they're gonna be working on a little something. So be on the lookout for that as well. You being an artist and all, who do you consider some of your musical influences? It could be anyone independently, local, mainstream. Who's some of your influences out there?
Oh man, gosh, there's so many. Tech Nine has always been like one of the guys I always look up to. I just love how he's so independent about everything, and I love that. Like he's like number one independent artist in the world, and that's absolutely amazing to me. But then you look at these other guys that are up and comers like Jake Miller. He does a lot of like R&B pop type stuff. I really enjoy that kind of music, and he just released a new EP called Based on a True Story, and I loved it. It was fantastic. I don't know, man. I feel like as far as influences go, there's so many because like I'm trying to like be so versatile with my own style. I'm trying to do a little bit of the country hip hop, a little bit of hard hip hop, a little bit of lyrical hip hop. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything to kind of feel the to gain fans from everywhere. I want to be a little bit of everything, and I want to be able to show everybody that rap should not be considered to be one genre of just rap. There's, you can be good at multiple subgenres of hip hop as well. And that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be good at everything I possibly can to prove to people, look, I'm up and coming. I want to be the next big thing. I want to do everything. So as far as influences go, there's anybody that does music, period. Like, I think music is a beautiful thing. It doesn't matter whether it's, Mozart or Bach or Tech Nine or, Jelly Roll or Struggle Jennings, man. It's everybody that does music has a talent for it. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
That's awesome, that you're willing to, do things out of the ordinary and, show some versatility, challenge yourself a bit. And some artists are willing to do it, some are not, but that's up to them. And I guess you listen to your fan base or whatever, but every now and then, you want to switch it up, show people that you're more than one dimensional. So I definitely respect what you're doing. And, with country and hip hop, you know, there's a guy by the name of Lil Nas X who's taking the game by storm right now.
Yes.
So his song "Old Town Road" was on the Billboard charts, and now it's not on the Billboard charts because it's not considered country. And then he brings in Billy Ray Cyrus, whom I didn't even know was a Kentucky native, and he
Yeah.
killed
Definitely.
it. He killed it. Like I haven't seen this many black people get excited over a country song probably since probably since Nelly and Tim McGraw over and over again.
Right.
And that was a long time ago. Like I'm looking on my feed and black people are just like got the reaction and out here looking like Will Smith from Wild Wild West. Like man, like and
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the song myself. It's knocking. Like it
Right. Yeah.
makes you want to put on a cowboy hat and cowboy boots and just sing, get your friends together and just sing along.
Right.
So it's
And that just goes to prove that the industry's changing, man. Like anything's acceptable now. And I love the fact that Lil Nas X did that. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do. I want to push the boundaries. I want to do things that, even though I have a niche for like a certain type of music that I'm doing, I want to do things outside of my boundaries like that.
very, very true. Before I let you go, man, why don't you let people know about your social media links and where can people hear your music?
RyanXWattz. That's RyanXWattz. Watts is spelt with a Z, WATTZ, all one word. That's on every social media platform. As far as finding my music, you search Amazon, Google, Spotify, iTunes, any streaming platforms I will be on. Once again, that's RyanXWattz. That's RyanXWattz, all one word. You can find me on any streaming platform, all social media, all the same. I just can't thank you enough for having me on here, man.
Appreciate you wanting to do this, and it's good to meet you last Sunday.
Definitely.
And I love to see more of you in the future, and this album that you're about to drop. I'm looking forward to hearing that as well. So, again, thanks for your time. Continued success, and hopefully you'll come back to Lexington in the future for sure.
Definitely looking into it, man. I've already started trying to make moves up there. So.
All right, and that's going to conclude the interview. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Go check out RyanXWattz. He's got more stuff on the way. And thank you, everyone, for listening.